What's happening? What's happening? What's chopping? Everybody, what's good? What's good? Appreciate everybody for joining us over here at the Rockets Chop Shop for the post game reactions to the Houston Rockets versus the Golden State Warriors. Well, lost another one. We on the 3 game losing streak. We come up empty in this West Coast tour, and what can I say, bro? Like everything that I predicted in the pregame live stream actually happened. Couldn't run them off a 3 point line. Our defense was not bad. I mean, our defense was bad, and Jalen Green didn't show up. XXX. That's the bottom line. And we seen Londale. You take away, even with Jalen Green playing bad, you take away those Londale minutes, we still probably end up having a more competitive game. But I'm not gonna blame Londale because Londale, he's just a role player. We gotta have our number 2 pick playing like our number 2 pick. Dude got benched deservedly so. He needed to be benched. He came out a little, 3 point what he hit like 9 points in the third, but the damage pretty much had already been done. The damage has already been done. We can't I'm not gonna sit up here and blame Londale for everything because we got a supposed to be a potential superstar on our team that's not taking that leap. That's not playing like a superstar, and that's Jaylen Green. We get anything normal from Jaylen Green, then Jaylen Green, we win 3 games and we beat the Lakers, we beat the Clippers, we beat Golden State. That's my takeaway from this whole 3 game road trip. If Jaylen Green plays up to Jaylen Green standards, how we think Jaylen Green could play, we win all 3 of these games. Fred VanVleet, he wasn't spectacular tonight, but he did at least facilitate. If we bench Fred, who's gonna play point guard? Jalen Green can't play point guard. I don't want to see Aaron Holiday running 40 minutes of point guard or 30 plus minutes of point guard. We need to get more out of Jalen Green. Bottom line. Hopefully, the one thing I would give credit to Ime Udoka is he's keeping that same energy with everybody. If you're not playing good, you won't close the game. He did it with Jabari, and Jabari has turned the corner since he took like that as a personal insult that he was getting benched and he couldn't finish. Maybe Jalen Green needed that wake up call too. And this is a fan base that we've been clamoring about. We need accountability. We need accountability. We need accountability. So don't be mad when Ime Udoka starts holding these guys accountable. I'm perfectly fine with Jalen Green getting benched for Aaron Holiday. Aaron Holiday was actually playing better than Jalen Green. So why not finish it with him? And maybe this is the wake-up call that Jalen needs. We don't care about that you fly. We don't care about that you a number 2 pick. We don't care about that you supposed to be the face of the franchise. Alp out there with a bad back, scoring 30 points, grabbing rebounds, hustling, doing what he needs to do. And we ain't fit to give no cop-outs, no excuses to Jalen Green. Not over here at the Chop Shop. Y'all know how we do it. Bottom line, Jalen needs to be better. Jabari got benched. He responded. Now, this could be the turning point of the season. And if you look at it, we're not all the way meshed yet either. Cause one game is this that's wrong, like rebounding or shooting. Then the next game is Jalen, and then the next game is somebody else, Jabari. Once we all start clicking, then we'll see a better result. But in the meantime, in between time, Jaylen Green has to be better. And we need to do something about our bench. We need to do something about our bench. It's clearly obvious that when Sengun sits, we have no offense. Fred VanVleet, I like him. I like what he brings to the game as far as facilitating. But he puts no pressure on the rim. He really don't. Not consistent pressure. And if you gonna have Jaylen Green, usually that scorer that the Jalen is supposed to be, he'll make up for the lack of bench depth. You know what I'm saying? I hate to compare him to like guys like KD or Jason Tatum or whoever. If their bench is not deep enough, then these guys go get 35, 40. If the bench ain't deep enough, these guys are going to carry the weight. Jalen needs to be better, bottom line. And our defense was subpar. It was subpar. We did good on the turnover battle because Fred VanVleet, he just don't turn the ball over. And what's up with Emil Udoka playing Reggie Bullock over Cam Whitmore? What do this guy provide if he's out there shooting them straight? This dude's shot is so whack. It's so line drive. It hits the rim and boom. At least Cam will give you a element of putting pressure on the rim, drawing fouls, doing something. I don't understand why Reggie Bullock is getting minutes over Cam Whitmore. Tate, he hustled. He did good. Dylan Brooks, I usually don't, have any problems with Dylan Brooks, but the last 3 games, dude have been getting into foul trouble, and he knows that the refs is going to do it. Put your pride aside a little bit. If you don't want to give up easy buckets, but you know how integral and how much this team needs you. You can't be getting into foul trouble early in the first quarter. You can't pick up 3 fouls in the first quarter. You can't do it. Like, dude, he just gotta think better than what he doing. We'll rather give up a bucket than have you sitting on the sideline for a whole quarter, basically. A quarter and a half. Sengun is a beast. I'm loving what Sengun is doing. Without Tari, our bench went back to being mediocre. E.F. Hutton, you say 112 people 12 likes. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button, or we're going to be just in the stream. It's late anyway. I can go get some sleep. If you're not liking the content, if you're not enjoying it, then I could just turn off the stream and I can go to bed. We ain't win. We didn't win anyway. So hit that like button if you're in here with us. And I appreciate you for doing it. But, we as a team, we haven't gelled yet. Jalen got to be better. And we need to figure out some sort of offense off the bench. Especially until Tari get back healthy. All the way. Now, I don't want to seem like I'm, criticizing Emil Udoka. But he can do something different with what is he doing with these lineups? I really don't like the Fred VanVleet and Aaron Holiday lineup. Like I don't like it. It's two small guards, which they try to hold their own, but we get easy putbacks. We get out rebounded, and we draw a lot of fouls with them on the court because our defense is good, but we don't have enough depth to supplement, them fouling all the time. We need a legit backup center. Londell, Kangaroo Jack. I'm not feeling him, bro. I'm not feeling him. Like I said pregame, if he's not healthy, leave him on the bench. Leave him on the bench. You know what I'm saying? What's up, CSGs?
CMB.
I know it's
CMB.
we all we got though, bro.
Man, we all we got.
That's more true and truer after every game. That's becoming more true and truer. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna holler at my CSGs in the chat. How y'all feeling? Appreciate y'all for coming in and joining us. The real Marcus West, what's happening? Red Dragon 83, Nathan Ames, Sigel Miggs, Rick the Ruler, LILIS United, Dutch Agenda Nero, Him Duncan, Devin 95, what's good? Carl Fair, what's popping? Shark Shot, what's good with it? The Marcelo Henbo, what's good? Merc 1 in the building. DJ M60, appreciate you for coming. Jinko, appreciate you for coming. My boy Frank in here. Kevin M, what's good? That boy say Jalen took a leap off a cliff. Big John, what's happening, Big John? Clone 33, Joe Blue, GJ 78, M Map 94, Conspiracy, what's happening? Who else we got in here? Matthew Della Vadova, what's happening? My hero Ozon, what's good with it? Jimmy T, you know what's happening. Step back takes. E.F. Hutton. Bat, what's good, Bat? Camille Ozernek, what's happening? The deep end, what's good with it? Kobe K, what's happening? Oi 10N, what's happening? Slim Boss, what's good with it, Slim Boss? David Garcia, what's happening? TKY, yo, what's happening? I'm not in panic mode or anything like that yet because AI Productions was good. Patriot, what's happening? Because I was always of the mindset that we was going to be a play-in team. We still in that play-in range. We just got some things to figure out, and these guys need to show up. If you want to win, Jaylen Green, I'm calling you out by name. These guys just need to show up. And the chosen one was good. Back up, man. I mean, backup center, bro. I see some theories being tossed around about why Ime Udoka is playing Londell to show and get data on him to show Stone he's not working, but we're losing games in the process. So that's like a give and take type of thing. I get it. I understand, the Jedi mind trick type of thing, But we losing games in the process. Something's got to give with that. And Stone, it's not like he got to trade anybody. It's free agents out there right now. Nerlens Noel, I see somebody said Dwight Howard, but I don't know if Dwight Howard is healthy or I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Dwight Howard. With the rumors and everything about um, his personal life. I don't know if he even want to play ball anymore. But there's some backup guys out there, that we can go get. Like some's got to give with that. Oh man, that boy said Shark Shock. That boy said he might got HIV. That ain't nothing to laugh at, bro. But that's wild to say. That's wild to say. United Winners, he said, Space, Dwight want to play balls. Come on. Pause. Come on. Y'all doing my man wrong, man. Well, pause. He ain't my man. That's probably not the right word I need to use with that. Albert, he says the Phoenix Suns picking Bobo over bringing Jock back is said all you needed to know about him as a player. Stone, I don't know what he thinking bringing him in. Stone didn't have a backup plan. He had put all his eggs in the Brook Lopez basket, and it didn't work out. And then he had to pivot to a guy like that. I don't even know if I want to read these stats off, bro, but I'm going to read these stats off, and then I'm going to bring y'all up. It's already after midnight. I ain't going to keep y'all too long. You feel me? Let's look at the stats. Jabari Smith Jr. played 32 minutes. He was 7 for 12 from the field, 1 for 5 from the 3-point line, 2 for 2 from the free throw, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, plus 1 with 17 points. Jabari had a good game. Dylan Brooks played 31 minutes, 6 for 13 from the field, 2 for 5 from 3, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, plus 3, 16 points. Al P played 37 minutes, 13 for 23 from the field, 2 for 3 from the 3-point line. Al P was splashing them today, man. 2 for 5 from the free throw. That needs to come up. 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, plus 6 with 30 points. Al P showed out. Fred VanVleet played 41 minutes, 3 for 13 from the field, 1 for 8 from 3, 3 for 3 from the free throw line, 14 assists, 5 rebounds, a -3 with 10 points. Something about Fred VanVleet, I don't really care for his shot selection sometimes. Yeah, he makes some of them, but he missed those deep Curry threes. I don't know what he was doing, trying to match Curry range or something. But, bro, you don't have to be 5-6 feet behind the 3-point line. We don't expect you to be Steph Curry, bro. Take a normal 3-pointer. Jaylen Green, 23 minutes, 6 for 15 from the field, 2 for 9 from 3, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a -13 with 16 points. Subpar for Jalen. Jeff Green, Uncle Jeff, 14 minutes, 1 for 4 from the field, 1 for 3 from the 3-point line, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and -11, 5 points. Reggie Bullock, I ain't going to even do it to y'all because he ain't do nothing. He did a whole lot of running around. Tate played 21 minutes. He was 4 for 7 from the field, 1 for 2 from the 3-point line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, a -7 with 9 points. Tate, he did Tate-like things. Everything he do don't show up on the stat sheet. Aaron Holiday played 28 minutes, 4 for 5 from the field, 3 for 4 from the 3-point line, 2 for 3 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 4 steals, plus 8, 13 points. Aaron Holiday was actually balling. Aaron Holiday, he actually was good. 4 steals. That man was doing his thing. We shot 44 for 95 from the field, 46%. 13 for 41 from the 3, 31%. That ain't gonna cut it. 15 for 19 from the free throw line, 78%. That's decent. We had 28 assists on 41 shots, 44 shots. That's livable. You can do with it. Most of those came in the first quarter, though. We actually won the second half of this game. Partly because we been Jalen Green in the fourth. Just keeping it real. That's part of the why we won it. Won the second half of the game. But it's the Warriors. I don't know what it is about the Warriors. They got a hex, curse, voodoo, or something on the franchise. We haven't beat these guys in like 11 games straight. We caught these games, this East Coast trip, almost at the worst time because the Lakers had just come off a losing streak. They're hungry. They wanted to win. The Clippers had lost 6 in a row. They needed a win. The Warriors had just lost 6 in a row. 5 at home. They needed a win. So we faced all these guys with their backs against the wall. And they needed this win against us. And we came in and it's like we fought them. You know, we fought, but it's like we was just what the doctor ordered for them. You know, so it is what it is. We gonna get better. We got another rough, tough stretch coming up, man. Let me just give y'all the next 5 games. The next 5 games is crazy. Okay, we got the Grizz next. They've been playing a little bit better. Hopefully we can beat them. We got the Grizz. We got the Nuggets. We got the Mavericks. We got the Nuggets again. And then we got LA. Let me repeat that. We got the Grizz. We got the Nuggets. We got the Mavericks. Then we got the Nuggets again. Then we got the Los Angeles Lakers again. Bad part is that's a rough stretch. Good part is that's like the roughest part of our season. So after this, another 5 games, the schedule lighten up a bit. And hopefully we're not in too big of a hole to where, we can't get out of it. We can't get out of it. I don't think we're going to totally, lose every game. But we need to win at least 2 or 3 of these next upcoming 5. Just to keep up pace with being, jockeying for a play-in playoff spot. Like, we got a rough schedule coming up these next 5. You know what I'm saying? Don Riavilia, he says Houston is born without offensive Jalen Green. I mean, talk to your boy Jaylen about that. Talk to your boy Jaylen about that. Because it's on him. Jen Cole say we going 6-0, man. I hope you're right, bro. I hope you're right. We won 6 just to lose 3. Maybe we go on another, I ain't going to say 6, but maybe we go on win another 2 to 3. I said before the season that I don't think we're going to see these long stretches of like six, seven, eight, 9 games in a row that we lose. Because I think Emma Udoka is too good for that. Benny Mac super chatted. He says they called up Cam just to play Bullock. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. That's mind boggling. Like Cam, at least what is it gonna hurt? Like what is it legitimately gonna hurt? And if I had a gripe about Emil Udoka is he's not. What is the thought process behind playing Bullock and Londell for the sake of that? You know, what is it about? What is the thought process about that? When you got Uncle Jeff, that could play backup 5 minutes, or just bump Jabari up to a backup five, or do something. Don't let this man Londell tank your team, because he came in and we went instantly. We went down like by 14. Then we had to play out of a hole. We still only end up losing this game by 5 points. Those Londell minutes are killing us, especially with Jaylen Green playing like he is. Something's got to give, man. Something's got to give, man. Let me bring y'all up real quick, CSG, so y'all can give your take off, man. It's already knocking on 12:30, almost 1. I don't have y'all up all night. You know, some of us got to go to work. Some of us got other things that we need to do. Here we go. Let me get this link so y'all can come up. Let me see. Okay, hit a link. Clone, he says it's only 9 p.m. Where you at on the West Coast? Yeah, we got East Coast fans. We got fans overseas. It's like 3 in the morning where they at. There it is, man. Hit that link. Come on up, man. Give us. Oh, he in Alaska. Okay, big up Alaska. Man, I know it's cold up there. See, Hero Cat. He says trying to match 3-pointers with the Warriors is not a good plan. Take it to the basket. They don't have any size. Facts. Big John says 5 p.m. and in Australia. Yeah, you on Thursday time already. Wednesday time. I got my boy Frank in here. What's up, Frank? How you feeling, man? You still awake with me?
Yeah, man, I'm hanging on, bro. I was falling asleep about 9 o'clock.
Man, I hate these West Coast trips, bro. I hate them.
Yeah, man, especially on the back to back, it's killing, man. I was thinking I was gonna record tonight, but I can't do it, bro.
Hey,
We
I
just do it
understand, bro.
tomorrow.
Who playing that music? That's UEF. You know better
I
than
don't know
that,
who
bro.
that is.
You know better than that. Give me your take, Frank. How you feeling, man? What is it? What is it? You want to
Man,
recap the whole West
nah,
Coast
I mean
trip, or?
the trip. If you step back and look at it, it wasn't that bad, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's you think about what we said the weaknesses of the team was at the beginning in the preseason. Bench and shooting, and we need a bench depth and shooting. We still ain't got that. So, to me, the roster is severely undermanned. Obviously, Jalen is not living up to his potential, so that's a big part we're missing. But we just need some real players to play our. The only way we gonna be where we need to be is if the drop off from the starters to the bench isn't just that severe. And our bench is really like we using smoke and mirrors at this point to
Mm-hmm.
really patch it up. It's like our starters got to play on every bench lineup, and we going against teams that go 10 deep. Like the Warriors go 10 deep. You know, what I mean, the Clippers can go 10 deep.
Yeah.
Not so much with the Lakers, but I think that's really because if our starters don't play amazing, if Dylan Brooks isn't hitting all his shots and clamping up the other team's best player, Shangoon got to do 20 and 10 and 5, and Fred got to shoot 40, then we don't have a chance to win. And I think with the how hard our guys play, that's not sustainable to win games. Like you got to be able to survive a night where a couple of guys ain't got it, but just off of just we need somebody like somebody. There's always that one person that's oh this dude come off the bench and drop 25. We don't have any of those guys, so I think it's a roster. The roster really improving will help out a lot. But you look at we lost a game by what like two. The Clippers game was Kawhi had them BS free throws, but close game, a 6 point loss, but it was really 4 points against a really good team. Lakers was a 1 point loss with AD and LeBron going God mode, and then this game versus the Warriors coming off a back to back. In the game, they were just trying to. Every team we played was desperate to win, and we
Yeah.
pushed them to the brink with our guys playing bad. So we right here, just right there, man. I think a couple roster moves here, guys get a little comfortable, and the team is competing with anybody. So, it's hurt to lose, but there's some positives you could take away from.
Yeah, silver lining. Speaking on what going with what your theme, Frank. We lost these last 3 games in total by 12 points. 12 points. We lost these last 3 games in total by 12 points. That's crazy. And it's a little bit inspiring because we done met up against what? Like 9 Hall of Famers in this stretch. I think each one of these teams have at least 3 Hall of Famers on their team. And this is what I wanted to ask you about. Between the Clippers, Lakers, and the Warriors, they shot 92 free throws to our 49 free throws. They pretty much doubled up shooting more free throws than we did. And we still only lost these games in total by 12 points. What do you think what do you make out of that?
That's crazy, first of all, and yeah, the officiating. This game wasn't too bad, but the Clippers game was horrible. And I don't want to say what I wanted to say, but there was a particular ref that just
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that ref should be refing in the NBA because
Long hair ref?
yes, and it's
Yes.
been a couple games, bro. Like I don't know what it is, but she don't be holding it down. But that game was horribly called. And with our team, we play a playoff style defense. Like we play physical, we play hard. Like it's gonna be you're gonna have to bring it. And in the regular season, teams and referees just aren't. They're not gonna let you get away with the way like Dylan plays and the way Fred and Tate and all them boys play. We just got to make it into a postseason type of setting where we can really show that. But yeah, the free throw discrepancy is crazy because I see our guys getting fouled. Fred be getting beat up in the paint. Shangoon be getting fouled. Even Jalen be getting fouled. They just don't call nothing for us, and it's it's a respect thing in the NBA. We ain't got no superstars. So if you ain't
Mm-hmm.
got no superstars, you're not getting those calls. And the guys that we going against, you think about Clippers, they got a bunch of free throw merchants on that team. Harden, Kawhi, Paul George. Then you go Lakers. LeBron be damn near yelling at the refs and harassing them during the games. AD, he act like he gets shot every time he go to the basket.
Yeah.
Then Steph, you can't even breathe on Steph Curry without getting a foul call. So it's just bad luck and the mixture of a bunch of stuff. But like it is what it is. I think the biggest concern for me is Jalen and how he's going to respond. But as far as the teams play, I really didn't see anything that was out of character for them from what we seen during the winning streak. So they just some bad calls and the tough teams.
Facts. You seen? I know you done seen the Klay Thompson travel that he did. That up and
Oh my
down he
god.
did. And the ref
Yeah.
standing right there, bro, like right on the sideline with him, and they just look, bro. You could clearly see that man. I seen it in real time. I was like, dude, he not the old Clay to where he can get up that high anyway. Like his knees are shot. You could tell he came off the floor. Just the way he came, the way he just is formed. Like that's the way he shoots. Ain't no way he
Yeah.
didn't come up off that floor.
That was nut, man. I don't know. I wish the NBA would really hold the refs accountable because they costing teams wins, they costing people money. It's just it's really bad, and it seems like in Golden State there's always some horrendous thing that happens with the Rockets, and Clay always go off against us. I don't know what this
Yeah.
man got against the Rockets, bro, but he needs to leave us alone, bro. Because I swear it's like you got a vendetta just to. He could be in the worst shooting slump of his career, but let it be us that's on the calendar, bro. He turned back into 2016 Clay.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
I'm just ready for that whole dynasty to just leave. Like, I'm tired of seeing Clay. I'm tired of seeing Steph. I'm tired of seeing Draymond and Steve Kerr. I'm tired of seeing them guys. Like, if I'm like, I don't think a team in any sport have caused me more headaches than Golden State. Like no, like all the teams that you can think of, like Houston Texans, the Patriots usually just have our number, but we didn't used to
Yeah.
play them every year, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's something about Golden State, like these guys just won't go away. These guys just lost six games in a row, but hey, oh, it's the Rockets. Oh, we got to get up for the Rockets. Wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do they have against us, bro? To where they just, like you say, turn back the hands of time and just give it to us every time, dog.
It's because we try to go against them when they was in their prime, so they are still here. I mean, yeah, they going. I'm tired of them too, but I can't stand seeing them light skinned brothers, man. I just know every time they play against us, they about to do something crazy. And yeah, let them go on, man. Now I know how people felt in the '90s with the Bulls, man. Think if you was a Knicks fan or somebody like that, or the Pacers, and you
Yeah,
had to see Jordan every damn year. Your team is good, you win 50 games, and you already know you get to the playoffs, you out of there because you got to face this Joker. So yeah, we gonna outlast them. By the time our guys peak out, the Warriors are gonna be done. So we just gotta hang in there a little bit.
man, I hope you're right. I'm so tired of these guys, bro. Shark Shock, what's happening, Shark Shock? How you feeling? Shark Shock, you with me? I don't think he with me. Milky Optical, how you feeling?
Hey, what's going on, Space?
What's happening, my
Man,
brother?
that Clay that Clay three was straight up cheating, man. That was just as egregious as the KD stepped out of bounds, scoop into back into the basket like a couple years ago. It's the same thing, and they don't call it.
Yeah.
But
What?
yeah,
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, cause I can go on a rant. Go ahead, go ahead, get it off.
I mean, I mean that. Yeah. Clay was things that he hadn't done all year. Like he wasn't doing this against OKC. He was chucking up shots. I was hoping that Clay would turn up, but he was he was hitting fadeaway 3 pointers. Going out of bounds. It's pretty crazy. But I I just feel like I have a question actually. Why did Ime bench Jalen? Because he was doing pretty well driving to, you know, putting rim pressure on the Warriors in the third quarter.
Frank, I'm gonna let you take that.
Yeah, Jalen was playing horrible defense, man. Playing horrible, unfocused, and he scored a little better in the third quarter, but overall, he didn't have it tonight. And
Hmm.
uh, if they wanted a chance to win the game, it wasn't going to be with him in the game at that point. And I think Ime was overall probably sensed that the team was going to lose, and just like a great coach, he's going to send a message and push a button like he did with Jabari. You saw when they benched Jabari to let Jeff Green close. Jabari's been a different monster since that happened. And that's sometimes you gotta make guys kind of hear you in a different way. And I think that how Jalen responds is going to be indicative of what type of player he is what type of man he is. Now he got called out basically, and now he just got to respond like he's supposed to, which is focus and do what he's supposed to do on the court on both ends. A lot of fans look at Jalen and equate what he does with scoring and his shot output and how many buckets. Like that's not what's gonna like. Yes, that to me that's the last thing that's gonna come. Right now, him and Jabari and all the young guys are learning how to play winning basketball on a winning team with other winning players. And if you can't get that, I don't give a damn if he scored 50 points. If we lose and he's playing bad defense and he's not making the teammates better, then none of that means nothing. So before he can get to the point where he's scoring 50 points, he has to sustain having an impact on the game. And for this game, he was not. And the earlier this year he's been doing a good job of that, but this game he was not focused. He was making bad passes. His handle was weak. Over the past few games with the handles, his reads were bad. He was just looked lethargic out there. And I think Ime just took him out. Just like, you know what I mean? Just sit and watch other guys play hard. Sit and watch Şengün with a bad back go out there and play damn near 40 minutes and watch what it takes to really, you know what I mean, be at this level. So, yeah, he deserved to get benched, and he just got to respond. That's really what he got to do is respond. Because if we's keeping it real, he could have been benched a couple of games ago. He's had a couple of stinkers this year, but you just got to push the right buttons, and I think Ime's taking the risk by, and we're gonna see how Jalen respond. If he don't respond, then he wasn't the guy who he thought he was.
All facts.
Well, what if? Yeah, what if? Let's see, by December, right? By December, Ime is like, yeah, this guy don't got it mentally, right? Do you think trading for Zach LaVine would be
No,
good?
they're not gonna trade Jalen, bro. Like I don't know why people keep bringing that up. That would be foolish. Worst case scenario for Jaylen Green, he's still behind. Get him on a cheap contract. Keep working with him. Hopefully he pans out. Then you might. Worst case, he's a guy that contributes to your team and winning. Best case scenario, you got a guy on a cheap contract that ends up actually being an all-star. So I don't think there's any world where the Rockets should feel compelled to have to trade him, because at the end of the day, like I said, most of the times on most nights, the reason he doesn't get benched, even though he's inefficient, is because he's trying. I don't know if he was tired or what it was this game. If that's the type of Jalen Green we're gonna get, like where he's just like dogging it and just jogging and being lackadaisical, then yeah, then that's a conversation. But I don't foresee him having that character where he's just doesn't care. As long as he cares and puts the work in it, he gonna be a Rocket. And to me, it's gonna come down to his money. Like that's the thing that he hurting the most is how much money he's gonna get. And it might be actually a blessing for the Rockets to actually not have to pay him a big bag if he underperforms, because then as he gets better, then you'll get a value player on the value contract.
Yeah, facts. I think I'm right there with Frank. I don't see, because if you really look at it, let's just do your hypothetical. What do you think you getting back for Jalen Green? He haven't proved nothing. He still got this stigma of just being a shot chucker. He's inefficient right now. What do you think you're gonna get back from him besides like a 6-man or a lower tier of player? That what you think he is. But if steady.
It would be a win now, all in move to probably get Vucevic at the same time, and then pair him up with Şengün. I'm just just throwing it out there because that's the low hanging fruit trade target right there right now. But it would be a win now move basically, and then rely on the potential of Jabari, and then we still have Amin to raise our ceiling.
I hear what you're saying, but in the long term, I think whatever you're gonna, because he don't have like this high amazing stock right now. He's not like certain level of tier of guys to even get back a win now player. That's what I'm trying to say. Whoever you get back for Jalen, he's probably gonna be a role player because he haven't built up stock enough in the league to actually garner, maybe a draft pick, maybe a first round draft pick or something, but you never know what that's gonna pan out to be. Whoever you get back from him for him, his value is not high. He's not an all-star. He's not nobody. He don't have cachet in the league. You see, he don't get calls already. Like, he's not respected. Whoever you get for him, you probably gonna end up having that player on the bench because he's not gonna be a starter type caliber player. Unless you package him with some more of these pieces, and why would you trade, let's say theoretically, Jabari or somebody with Jalen just to get a Zach LaVine. Now you got another hole in your roster that you need to fill.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Right, yeah. Right now, if Jalen was playing better, it wouldn't even be a conversation. It's just that the Bulls, they have literally no young player, like literally nobody young that's good. Like what's his name? Williams. They got a small forward, Patrick Williams. Yeah, he sucks. He's trash. So that's it. Like that's what I'm saying. Like they need somebody young to have some hope. But if we're not gonna trade anybody, it's just because we have really good pieces. We have really good role players, like Dylan Brooks, and I just feel like Dylan Brooks is. I feel like he's a bargain at 20 mil for 4 years at his prime, playing that type of defense. Like, look at the defense he was playing against Steph, and he's not hunting for shots, and he's developing some sort of a post up game, which is great.
You know what I would like to see more of? Because we all know Şengün is the hub, so we run in and out through Şengün. I wish Jabari can get that elbow shot more post up, because even if he don't shoot the shot, people will start to clamp in, and he can still use that to facilitate and get it around, move the ball around and create some mismatches or some open shots. I wish we can kind of lean into Jabari just a little bit, not all heavy, but when Şengün sit, have Jabari have the ball that way, so Fred VanVleet don't have to run around and try to do all of this. I don't know, like Fred VanVleet be running around a lot with that ball, and when he run out of options, he's forced to go into the hole, and that's not a efficient shot for a 6-foot guy. Usually he get it blocked, tipped, or he makes hard contested free throws.
I mean, Fred should be secretly celebrating tonight, making the N1 layup.
Yeah, you don't see that too much of that.
Yeah, I was shocked when I seen him. I was like, "Damn, you made a layup."
And he runs under there like he's a good faker though. He runs under there like he's about to do it, and then he'll just keep dribbling and go
I ain't never
around.
seen a dude not be good at making layups. Like I don't get it, bro. Like I don't know. To me, he needs to shoot more mid-range shots. Like he's a good mid-range shooter. He only take about one every 2 games. So I don't know who got to his head about the threes and layups thing, but he just needs to play, to me, like Chris Paul, bro. That's the blueprint for him. Come off that screen, you know what I mean? Go straight into a mid-range shot, man. That's the only way a little guard's gonna survive as far as being efficient and stuff in the NBA. Like trying to go in there amongst the trees, bro. You too small and you ain't no type of athlete. So yeah, he just needs to, like, even that pull-up 3 space. Like, would you?
That was that, bro. Me and my son, my son watch every game with me. I had to laugh at him because he jumped up and he's like Fred, what are you doing? Like, and he's grabbing his head. He's doing. I'm like, oh man. Even my son
That's a
noticed that was
dumb
a bad
shot,
shot.
bro.
That was a bad. He say,
Terrible shot.
my son say he think he's Steph Curry because Curry had just hit that shot down there. He said he think he's Steph Curry. I was like, yeah, Rob, that was not a good shot at all, man. He make you want to pull your hair out sometime.
Man, he'll hit them hoes like once every 3 games, but like, man, we just gotta have better. Just yeah, I mean, I can't be too mad at him because he does so much. But yeah, he just got to be better. Like, I ain't even gonna hold him. Like, he has to be better. Like, you can't. It's cool that he brings out the leadership and et cetera, but he just has to be better. And Dylan too. Dylan he played good defense, but lately I
He
ain't gonna
been
lie,
pulling.
like he been pulling and he be getting cut on. One of that
Oh
layup
yeah.
Steph Curry got was just a backdoor cut, like straight to the basket. Just got to be better, man. They just the vets got to play a little better. I think Coach Udoka be having some terrible lineups sometimes.
Yeah.
Every like maybe a few minutes a game, he'll put out a lineup that is like gonna tank the game.
That Jock
And
Landale lineup, whoever he put in with Jock
oh my god,
Landale, it's a
dude,
10 point
listen,
swing. It's a 10
it
point. We
was
always
it
go
was
down double digits.
Jeff Green, Aaron Holiday, I think Tate and Jalen Green. I was like, hell nah, man. They really trying to. I don't know what he was on,
Yeah,
but nah.
man. Let me get Shark Shock in here, man. Shark Shock, you back with me? I don't see he got no bars on his name. I think he's still.
I mean, for the next 5 games, we could. It's very possible that we go 1-4. So next game is a must win.
Yeah, we got to beat
2 days
Memphis.
from now.
We got to beat Memphis.
Yeah.
Shark Sock say, can y'all hear me? No, we can't hear you. We can't hear you, Shark Sock. You don't have no bars by your name. Are you muted? It's like you got a bad connection, bro. Yeah, I don't hear you. Hit that link in the chat, man, if you want to come up and give your take off. We ain't gonna be up here too much longer. Like I said, it's 12:41. EF Hutton, check my likes, man. See how the likes looking. We can shut this thing down early. Man, I ain't gonna be up here wasting. I don't think it's a waste of time because I like talking to y'all, but people got to start appreciating the live streams, man, and just hitting the like button. Let's see Shark Shock back. Here goes Shark Shock.
Hey,
What's up, Shark
can
Shock?
y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you
Can
now.
y'all hear me? Okay, good deal. I just joined on my phone. I was on my MacBook here. I'm not sure what's going on with it. Hey, but I got a quick hot take. I know it's late, so I won't take too long. But Jaylen is soft. I mean, what's going on with this dude? Like, he's not developing. I'm really concerned. He's looking like, I don't know, like a college freshman out there. Really has not his game has not progressed to where I want it to be. He did not show up on this California road trip. Real disappointing last 3 games. I don't know how he's going to react to being benched for Holiday. Hopefully he doesn't make excuses and he does get better, like you were saying earlier, Space. I think Inmate just should continue benching him if he's not producing at this point. Like, it's either put up or shut up. I really had high hopes for Jaylen, but I don't know. I'm a little conflicted. I kind of want to label him a bust at this point at the number 2 pick. I don't feel like he's living up to that potential. All these road losses for the team piling up. He has not really taken on that mantle to be the man. Man, I'm disappointed about a lot of stuff. I'm also disappointed about KPJ's wife beating ass. He should be on this team right now. He should have not made them dumb mistakes, man. Like, he needed to be there to compete for Jaylen for those minutes. He needed to shore up that backcourt, provide spot up shooting. So we can't really do nothing about that now, but it just is a sore spot for me. I definitely think about that sometimes. I'm just beginning to wonder, though, is Jaylen expendable? I'm not saying we trade him, but we really should be starting to look to build around Sengun at this point. We do need a shooter. We do need like a rim running big. Just something to consider. I don't know if we want to trade him at this point or not. Want to see what y'all's thoughts are on it, but I just want to say keep up the good work. I appreciate y'all being here, especially late at night for me to get my rant off. Y'all have a good night.
Appreciate that, Shark Shot. Frank, I mean, do you want to? I'm pretty sure you said you don't want to trade him yet, but do you want to expand on that?
Yeah, I could. I just don't think it's been like there's no reason to trade Jalen Green. Like there's no like you pointed out, Space. One, you're not going to get the correct value back. I think you have more value in watching him pan out over one the rest of his contract. Even if you're not high on him like that, let him go to restricted free agency. If there's a team that wants to pay him a bag, then you can go from there. But the way he's playing, I don't think there's going to be a lot of suitors that are going to throw a designated rookie max at him, extension. So he'll probably get a nice little contract. Probably something in the either high 20s, low 30s, and if he works out over time and fulfills his potential, then you have a player on the cheap. And sometimes you need breaks like that to be able to put together a championship roster where you got a lot of talent. And it's okay to have, if he doesn't reach the level of Devin Booker or some of these high level guards, and he's just a great starter in the NBA, that's fine. And that's half the battle. We have a lot of other guys on the team that still have potential to pan out. Jabari's still there, Tari's still there, Cam and the man still there. Once again, I'm gonna say it. We lucky we have Sengun, because if Alperen Sengun wasn't breaking out like he is, let's say he was struggling too, it'd be real nasty right now for the Rockets, because the difference between us and some of the other franchises is that our wins. If Sengun wasn't playing the way he was playing, a lot of our success would be based on veterans like Fred and Dylan. But luckily for us, Sengun is probably the most important part of our team's success right now. So we can feel comfortable knowing at least we got one, which a lot of teams don't find one. The Kings didn't find one for 20 some years till they drafted Fox.
Yeah.
We got one. So that's half the battle. If any of these other kids pop up and be who they are, you off to the races. So, you just got to look at it from, that's how it is in the NBA. Not everybody is, but Jaylen to me he still can be whoever he wants to be. It's just that the clock is ticking. Like there is a time limit on it because his contract's coming up. But I would not trade him because I don't see the benefit. You're not going to get nothing good back because nobody really probably want him like that.
That's facts. And like just being objective, if you looking at his numbers just compared to other shooting guards' numbers that's been in the rebuild like this, he's right there in the mix with them. It's something that just needs to click with him. Maybe he's a late bloomer. Maybe it's not going to click till maybe next year. But you don't want to jump the gun and get rid of him because he's not what you think a third-year player should be. This is why I asked Uncle Charlie earlier, what do you think a 21-year-old shooting guard look like in this league today that's been through what Jalen has been, had to deal with? Is he right on course? Just because we really wasn't paying that much attention to like Devin Booker because he wasn't on our team. We didn't see him every night. We didn't see Ant every night. We didn't see these guys every night to criticize them night in and night out. We just seen them where they was, and then when they broke out, we was like, oh, there they are. You know what I'm saying, Frank?
My bad, I couldn't find my new. Yes, and that's exactly like if you went and watched every young player's every single game, we would probably hate every player that's like Space Kobe, for example.
Yeah.
I know I'm not comparing, but if Kobe was not good his first like 2.5 seasons, 3 seasons,
Almost 3, yeah.
almost 3 seasons, then he was coming off the bench. He was inefficient. All the bad stuff. Like so,
He was
so
shooting
it's
air
just
balls like
air
crazy.
balls, OFAs in games, just. But it's just like you said, bro. We watching every single game, and I try not to react like extreme to any individual game because you can get caught in the emotions of just going from one game to another. Where I rather just sit back and just watch things over time, try to make decisions based on multiple games and a month or 2 months and things like that. So he could go on a stretch. Y'all know how Jalen is. He might have a December for the books where he averaging 30. And then everybody's like, oh, he just like at the end of the day, to me, what matters is when we're trying to win, what is he doing on the team for that? Like, is he a guy we could trust in key moments defensively? And is he going to be a guy that we can throw the ball to go get a bucket? Right now, he's not. And he just has to work harder at his game and develop his bag even more. But this is good for him. He's getting to experience humility. Not saying he was arrogant or anything, but on the Paul George podcast, he was talking like he was an all-star already. So
Yeah.
this a little, what I mean, it's humble pie, bro. Like John Wall said, the stuff him and KPJ was doing on a real team, they wouldn't have been able to do all that. Like you just getting a chance to just be bad on defense, not try, but you get to shoot the ball 25 times a game. Now you getting benched. Welcome to the NBA, bro. Like this is it. So what are you gonna do about it? That's really the question right now.
Yeah, that's facts. That's all facts. Um, we got us a super chat from Ben Insider. He says in 2018 when we were great, I remember being on the Suns forums after games and fans were talking the same about Booker. They wanted him traded. So that's eyewitness right there that tells you these guys. I think he's probably right on course with what these guys is at because you got to think these Booker went through a couple of coaches, a couple of regimes before he got Monty Williams, and then he actually stabilized them. That could be that same trajectory for Jalen. Maybe Udoka is what he needed, and he's just having to adjust. He like you said, Frank. What your boys, I don't want to mention his name because people always think we ragging on him. But Steven Silas, his offense is catered to guards. It's catered to let guards shine. Ime Udoka is, I don't know if that's his system, but he's leaning in heavily with Şengün because Şengün is our best player. So he's putting the emphasis on Şengün. So everybody else need to figure out where they gonna get their buckets at in this offense, revolved around a center. Jalen, he had the ball in his hands most of the time. If it wasn't him, it was KPJ. So he can pick and choose when he wanted to shoot, when he wanted to do anything. But now it's an adjustment he's making. He's not going to have that ball in his hands 24/7 to get a rhythm. He needs to figure out what his best shot selections are to get himself in the rhythm.
Yeah, he just has to be efficient and not a volume. Like there were stretches last year where he would go like real stretches of being terrible, and then he'd have a couple good games, and then he'd be terrible for a month. It's just like with the team trying to win now, it's a different mentality to everything. So, and honestly, he has the opportunities to do what he should do. Like there was a play tonight where I think it was at the end of one of the quarters. He had Steph Curry on him, dribbled it between his legs a couple times, almost carried it, then just passed it out. I'm like, bro, that's Steph, man. You should attack him.
Yeah, that
That
was
should
second
be
quarter.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, in the second quarter. That should be immediate, like red eyes. Okay, I'm about to take this dude to the rim, like Dylan Brooks was doing. And obviously, that's a function of the fact that he doesn't have like that type of bag to be able to take advantage of supposedly mismatches. But even with his speed, you would think he'd be able to try to attack Steph. See, stuff like that is just what I'm seeing is it's just I just don't get what's not clicking there for him. I don't know if he's doesn't trust his own abilities or what it is, but it's really on him because he's a guard. This offense is also not as much as Steven Silas, but the two-man game between the big and the guard is always there. And anytime he touched the ball, he has the opportunity to call a screen for Şengün to come up, and he can run whatever he wants, whether he wants to do a DHO or a pick and roll and get into it. But once he gets the switches on the pick and rolls, he doesn't take advantage. If he does drive, he's not looking to make any other pass but the pocket pass to Şengün. And if Şengün is not there for the pocket pass, it's like you just hold your breath and hope you make the layup. He just needs to diversify his game. He ain't got no floater, no real like the mid range isn't hidden like it was in stretches last year. He can't pass across the court, no skip passes, no corner passes, none of that. So he's real one dimensional, and teams are just packing the paint on him. So I know when he sees all those bodies in the paint, he gets frustrated, and it makes his life really really hard. And to me, it just exposes limitations he already has, and it's like a self cycle of damn, I want to do good, but it's really hard because I don't have the bag to do it. That's why I keep saying he just needs to go back in the lab, man. Damn KD, bro, go work on just go find a passing. I don't want to see him work with no more scorers, bro. He needs to go work with a point guard and just learn how to pass the damn ball. Go hang with Chris Paul or somebody, Harden or somebody.
That's one thing I would say about James Harden. Love him or hate him. Love him or hate him. The dude consistently sought out the weak link. He was only going to get a big to come out on him, or he was going to get a little frail point guard out on him, and he was going to cook him. He was going like he made Steph Curry work every time because he'll get that pick and roll, bring him over here, I want Curry. I want Curry. We seen that so many times the where Harden used to make Curry work. Or he used to make Draymond Green. Bring Draymond out on his, on his perimeter. Let me do my little damn doop doop shooby the boo bop and go by him. And like he knew what he had to do in seeking out the mismatches. And I think that's what Jaylen needs to learn. At least he needs to learn what he can do against certain people. Like I don't think he knows. I think all he knows is go. I got to beat him off the dribble. And that plays right into the defense hands a lot. Like especially if you got a drop coverage or you got a guy just back there that's ready to funnel you into the big. Hey, you can blow by, but the big gonna be right there to meet you in the paint. So he just need to learn a little bit more high IQ. What he can do and what he can't do against certain types of players.
And that's, I mean, you see Şengün does it in the post. If you have a mismatch on Şengün, he wants that ball all the time because he gonna punish that. And if you try to double off of it, they pass it down, they gonna get threes off of it. It's so simple, but it's kind of hard because it takes, like you just pointed out, you got to understand the chess match that's going on to even want to. To me, it's you exactly right, bro. It is an IQ thing, like a basketball IQ, to know that I'm gonna keep abusing this mismatch till the defense bends to it, and once they do, I'm gonna punish them. But he did to think that far ahead, where you know that you have to take that mismatch, you got to know that the punishment is coming, and then you got to know what that actually is. Like, okay, when they do this, they might bring that help. That corner gonna be open, and that's when we gonna get him. But I don't think he thinks the game that far ahead into it, like where he's like, oh, they're gonna bring the big out. Okay, let me do this. So they'll start trying to maybe do a scramble switch, and we can attack it from. That take like 2-3 steps ahead, thinking like guys like James Harden. We see with Alperen Şengün, vets, even guys like Fred. It is and some young bulls that I'll watch, like a player like Ant Edwards, which a lot of people were comparing to Jalen. I just never saw the comparisons, honestly, to me. But Ant will attack a mismatch. We've seen what he does when he got either Şengün or somebody on. Like he knows how to exploit the things, and he's gonna go hunting on that. And that's just a mentality thing. Maxi. You see guys like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just any of the young up and coming guards in the league, they just know how to read the game a little better than Jalen does, and I think he's just a little behind on some of those things, and it's impacting his performance. But once again, I'm not out on him. I think it's just going to take him longer to get to that point when he gets to see the game from that level. It's going to take a coach like Udoka to sit with him and watch film and vets around him to tell him so he can learn, like, not do this, do that. And it's, to me, at the end of the day, this is the fault of the Rockets for wasting 2 years of the kid's life, basically teaching him nothing. And now we got to sit here and watch him learn how to be a rookie in front of the whole world as a third-year player, which indirectly is going to impact his money. So it's all just, you know what I mean? Once again, you know, in life, bro, like, you know, this space, you can't, like, whatever you put in is what you get. What the Bible say, you reap what you sow, right?
Right.
This is just, that's what it is, bro. You can't skip steps. All the little go out there and hoop, the stuff Steven Silas was doing, we just reaping the benefits of that right now with all our young guys. And the only reason Shangun is, you know, above that, because he actually had another coach in Europe that actually taught him how to play basketball and play with professionals out there. So we just reaping the benefits of 2 years of tanking, or 3 years, however long it is.
Let me ask you one more question, and then I'm gonna go to RSL Global. Do you think it'll be beneficial for him to get like to work with like Chris Brinkley or something like that? At least just to work on his handles and stuff like that. We seen what it did for KPJ.
You know, my thing with trainers, I think they're good for, like, just, yeah, stuff like that. But I think Jalen's issue is more. I don't even know how a basketball player, because I played football, so I'm not even sure at that level how you learn how to read the game. Because I think that's where his issue lies in. It's not even. It's like the handles they're not great, but I think they're even worse because he doesn't know what he wants to do. So it's like guys
Yeah.
he's not like he's not initiating. The defense dictates what he does instead of him trying to, like, manipulate. So I don't know what do you do for that to learn to have better on court IQ. I think you just got to play. I guess I don't know, but that's, to me, he just got to read the game better. I think maybe watching film, just doing stuff like that. Because all them one-on-one drills, I ain't gonna lie, I don't really value those. To me, like, they're kind of dumb. Like, you dribbling with a tennis ball, and you know
Yeah,
what I mean,
I
a guy
wouldn't.
hitting
Yeah,
you
that's I wasn't saying for IQ purposes. I was just saying because
just
his
for pure
handle.
handles.
Yeah, for his handle, and at least learning how when he do get that mismatch, he can be efficient in ISO. He's not even an efficient ISO guy. And you
He
would
ain't got
think
no
he,
bag.
yeah, you think he would like be at least efficient ISO guy because his athleticism and his speed and whatever he brings to the table. If he can, package that together with some handles, it probably wouldn't look as bad. Yeah, he'll probably be, more of a KPJ type player, but then that's where Udoka comes in, and then he'll sit him down and say, this is the X's and O's of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that. And I'm reading in the chat, they saying watching film. Yeah, I think that watching a lot of film, becoming a student of the game, I think that's something that I don't know if he is. I don't know. He might be. Like a student, one of those guys that's a film rat, like CJ Stroud is. One of them dudes. That's, to me,
Yeah.
that's the IQ part. Like, you got to know the game, know your opponents, know defenses, know offenses, know what schemes they're running, and so I'm not sure if his mind is into stuff like that. But I really value players that have that, because to me, you can't be a LeBron, a Jokic, any of these KD, Steph, if you're not a savant of basketball as a sport. And when I was used to compare my stuff with Jalen, what turned me off was, as far as the high level comps for, like, when he first got drafted, I was thinking Kobe, bro. We got a Kobe. But then I
Yeah.
figured, like, bro, he ain't got it up there like that. And to me, that's the biggest cap on the ceiling is the up there part. So I think that's, to me, that's the biggest limitation, is that he doesn't read the game as fluently as you would like.
That's facts. Oh, my bad. RSL Global, what's happening?
Damn, what's up, baby? CSG's what it do?
What's good with it, Pimpin'? How you
Was
feeling?
good, bro.
Nah, shit, man. I'm feeling all right after losing the 3-game skid. I ain't gonna lie. You know, it was tough. Referees was not messing with us. Not now game. Tough California stretch. It is what it is, man. And if y'all hear a little background, I'm in the car right now. Excuse me for that, but yeah, yeah, man. Jalen. Oh my God, man. Who we, bro? I don't know what we can do to get this man some moves. We're gonna need to get somebody on the team that's like that to show him personally, because can't coach can't teach him. Can't nobody teach him, man. He got to get his own bag, and like just trying to go by people with their first step, that's getting old. You know what I'm saying? They getting on that, and his jump shot not falling, so it's just looking bad for him right now. But he young though. And what about that boy Barry though? Barry had a good game today. I like that. Barry showed up.
Yeah, Bar did
You know,
good.
LP acted a fool like always. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fred VanVleet, how many assists he had?
What, he had 14 or 12 or something like that, Frank? I think he had
He
14.
had 13 or something
13.
this game.
Yeah, man. But damn, I'm just
Or
getting sick of
15.
Dylan Brooks getting. I'm getting sick of Dylan Brooks every time I look up. My man's in foul trouble, bro. Like, ooh wee, bro. That's getting so annoying to me, bro. Like, that's getting very annoying. But I ain't gonna even lose faith though, man, because I just know when Amin Thompson and Tari Eason get back, our bench is gonna have a whole different look, and our bench is gonna turn into a positive for this team. So even if Jalen Green don't get it together, I need Amin Thompson to get close to like 10 points a game. I think that'll do a lot for us. What y'all think? If we can get a man dropping 10 points a game off the bench this season, you think that'll do something for us?
Oh, yeah, it'll help because we ain't getting much from our bench right now. Without Tari especially. And Tate, he does what he can. But Tate, he's more of just a connector guy. You know, we can't depend on Tate for 12, 15 points a game.
Yeah,
You
I
know what
need
I'm
a
saying?
man. I need a man getting about 15, 20 minutes, because that's going to help Fred VanVleet out a lot, because I see how teams be pressuring up on him, and he don't like that. You know what I'm saying? When them dudes get to running him 94 feet, we need Jaylen Green to get in his point guard bag so bad. Like, he been needing to do that. He really a point guard body, man. He need to get on ball way more. He need to bring the ball up the court a lot more to help Fred out, and then we can just get a ball to Fred in the half court. You know what I'm saying? To let him run the play. Because they is working that dude to death, bro. I see what they doing to him. They had Terrence Mann on him in the Clippers. Then who they have on him in the Lakers pressing him. Then tonight they pressing him. You know what I'm saying? Every team that he played all season, they gonna always press Fred. We need Jalen to bring the ball up the court.
But they
But
have been trying that, bro. And Jalen been wetting the bed. He's been turning it over. You know, and you only can do that for so long before that types of play just push you out the game. So naturally, they have to go back and give it back to Fred because he's the only one that's really been careful with the ball. You know, as far as our backcourt go.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need that Thompson boy to come get his handles right, because he was tripping when he was playing. I don't know what happened to his dribbling skills that I seen on the highlight films, but he needs to get back to his PG bag so we can start trusting him to run some sets for us, because we need another ball handler, bro. We need another ball handler. You know, our defense was so, but that's because we was on a back-to-back. A lot of them shots were short tonight because we was on a back-to-back. That was their first back-to-back this season. I've been waiting to see how they would play on their first back-to-back. And dang, the Warriors was hitting every shot too, man. I was like, oh Lord, man, they in their bag, bro. Chris Paul damn near had 20 points. You know it's a good day in
Yeah.
Golden State, bro. When Chris Paul, they had Andrew Wiggins banking threes. Man, them niggas, man, they was hitting all types of contested layups, hook shots on us. It was rough, man. It was real rough. But we only lost by 6 points, so I don't feel bad. We finna win our next game, brother. We finna come home, right?
We play Wednesday. We play the Memphis Grizzlies.
And today Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, cool. We should be able to shake back on the Grizzlies, man. That's all I got for y'all boys, though, man. I'll tap in Wednesday. You know what I'm saying?
Already.
All right,
Appreciate you.
bro.
Out.
AK Infinity, what's up? What's happening? How you feeling, bro?
Man, why y'all cats still awake, bro? It's 1 a.m., dog. First of all.
I'm about to shut it down right after you, Pippin, to let it be truthful, you know. Go ahead.
I bet that, man. My ass just got to the gym. I'm finna get a nice little workout in and get this
Why you
perfection
going
out of
to
me.
the gym, bro? It's 1 a.m., bro. What are you...
Because ain't nobody in this piece, and that thing belong to me when it's like that. I love it that way, bro. Yeah, but so yeah, like the previous caller said, first back-to-back of the season. I think we look pretty solid for it being our first back-to-back. I do have a huge concern just generally for the team. Is just I think we kind of running Fred real hot. Like we redlining Fred right now, and if we don't have a plan B for somebody else to run a pick and roll with LP or someone else to run a pick and roll with, not just LP, that's going to be a problem because, you know, if Fred get nicked for a couple games, it's looking like it might be a auto L's, and we don't want that. That's one. Two, I'm sure y'all already touched on the whole Jaylen Green stuff. Third quarter Jaylen Green, he was cool, but we don't need him to be waiting for the third quarter. And one thing about Jaylen that I've noticed since his time in Houston is when he has too much respect for the point guard, he just takes a back seat, too much of a back seat. Like he's not out there demanding the ball, even when Fred is in the game. I don't give a damn who running the ball, who running the point for you. Say, man, give me the ball and let me do something too. Who you think you is? Like I need Jaylen to kind of, you know, let his nuts drop a little bit. I know he's 21, he's trying to be respectful, but he need to be kind of hateful. You know what I mean? He need to have some asshole in him, bro. Which brings me to somebody who I think is a developing asshole that I'm really liking what I'm seeing from him, and that's Jabari Smith. So Jabari was benched in the closeout of 2 games recently, and see how he has responded afterwards. That's one. So if you look at this game, this would be a game where you would think, you know, maybe Jabari wouldn't even be that effective because the Warriors, for whatever reason, dudes like Jabari just don't play well against the Warriors. I don't get it. Well, I kind of take that back. If you're a shooting big, you kind of have a decent game against the Warriors. But the way he was used, and I guess how aggressive he kind of was to try to get a shot, I think that's something that can carry over. Every time we lose a game, I'm always looking at what can carry over to the next game where we can use in a win. And I think the way we use Jabari and his acceptance of that usage, I think can pay dividends. I just think that even, I don't care who else is on the floor, I think Jabari should be at worst the third option. I don't care who else is on the floor, just because of his skill set, where he likes to get his shots from, and it's not like, you know, he's gonna be doing too much with the rock. When he get the rock, he's either gonna move it, or, you know, if he get in that mid post, he's just gonna turn the fade over whoever the hell, and he's just gonna have to deal with that. I've said many times that shot right there is gonna win us a playoff series, or well, multiple playoff series, really. But that's the one. That's what I'm gonna take from this game, and that's what I think can kind of carry over to the Memphis game on Wednesday. I know we got Jaren Jackson Jr., but so I don't care. I don't care if he just won Defensive Player of the Year. Like the way I see it, if you're a dog, you don't care who in front of you. You finna bite.
Right.
Now to get your hand out my mouth, because I'm a biting dog. The owner come and say, "Hey, my dog don't bite," it's a lie. That's the kind of dog the Rockets need to be. So hopefully, some of the positives can carry over. I don't want to get into the foul calls and the referee and all that, because that's out of your control. I like to focus on stuff that's in our control. And I think the aggression is in our control. The defense is in our control. And once again, like not turning the ball over too much is in our control. The turnovers kind of lost us last game. The game against the Clippers we lost because, well, I mean, let them hang around like that with all them ISO guys they got over there. You playing with fire. And then, of course, Steph Curry, Clay, they see the Rockets red jerseys and they're like, "Oh, we supposed to win." No?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is what it is, bro. I'm not saying we should accept that, but their time is coming. They finna be out of there. I really want them in a playoff series. If I'm being honest, I want them in a playoff series.
Oh man, be careful what you wish for.
Say, man, I don't duck no smoke. I don't duck no smoke. I ain't built
for
like
sure, for sure. I would say that Jabari, on your Jabari point, when Fred jacked that shot up, Jabari had let him know because Jabari was wide open under the like pretty much under the goal, and he just came in that transition and he shot that shot up.
Yeah, that was a bad shot by Fred.
Yeah, Jabari was
bad
over
shot.
there. He was like letting him have it. I say, okay, Jabari
Yeah.
getting on Fred.
And you see that? That's the type of mentality Jalen supposed to be having. Like, say, man, I'm open. Give me the rock. Even if it's one-on-one coverage, that means I'm still open. Get me the rock.
Yeah.
And Jabari had it going a little bit. I feel like if they kind of leaned into the Jabari actions a little bit more, he probably could have got off some more shots. Like, there's no reason to me, if you really look at it, there's no reason to me that Jabari can't get the same or similar type of shots like Klay Thompson does in Golden State. I'm not saying, running off 10,000 picks because he's 6'11", but he can get those real quick coming off a pin down, going downhill. He can get some of that. Matter of fact, the shots that Jalen is taking, you can give Jabari them shots. Because Jabari is actually he can hit that thing. Jalen, I don't know what's going on with his jumper. He traded his jumper in for defense. I don't know how to feel about that, but yeah, a lot of them shots that Klay Thompson kind of gets, they just be so wide ass open. It's like there's no reason Jabari can't get them shots if he's working on the weak side a lot. Like a lot of the actions they was doing in the preseason with Jabari and Jalen, kind of having some weak side 2-man game going. I don't know what it is why we can't still run that now. I don't know if it's a spacing thing with the strong side. I don't know. And then Dylan been hooping too, so you kind of want to get him some shots because he's been earning that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. But one thing we do know that's been established is LP is that dude. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. It's just right now it needs to be a battle for number 2. I don't like Fred being a number 2. I don't think that's optimal. He should be a number 3.
Yeah, Fred, I mean, we, like you said, man, we are running that man into the ground. He's putting up like 40 minutes a night. he can barely go to the bench. Yeah, and then he's a little older. He have been dealing with some injuries lately, so hopefully a man can come back soon as possible. And my boy Voodoo says he hates to say it, but KPJ had the mentality that he wished Jaylen Green had and the skill set.
Remember I said that? Y'all said that Jaylen would be in jail if he had KPJ mentality. That's what y'all told me.
Yeah. We was talking about more like we don't want all his mentality. Maybe just his basketball mentality. You know what I'm saying?
The hoop mind.
Yeah.
And it's not like we saying that he needs to be, jacking up shots. It's just be more assertive in the offense. Like when you're on the court, they need to know number 4 on this court.
Yeah.
And you need to pay attention to him or that's your ass.
Yeah, for sure.
And Jabari is getting a little bit more into that. I want to see more of Jabari, though. I need to see more of him. That's all right. I mean, there's no reason why we can't have him. Well, if Jabari, I'll tell you this. If Jabari ever becomes a good entry pass guy into the post, if he becomes good at that entry pass, there's no reason why him and LP can't have a good 2-man game going.
Facts.
On the weak side, and then have... There's no reason why we can't run a nice little triangle on the other side with let's say it's Jalen, Fred, and Dylan. There's no reason why we can't run a triangle on that side and let I think about it. Jabari ain't ready for that. Well, if his handles really come around down the line, maybe we can do something like that. So again, Jalen supposed to be having handles.
You want Jabari to be like Lamar Odom, like how he played Lamar Odom was a dog. He was
Odom
pretty
had like
good.
legit point guard handles.
Yeah.
Legit point guard handles. So I'm not expecting that. I mean, if Jabari just had Dylan's handles, because Dylan, he's not flashy, but it gets to from point A to point B. He just gets to where he need to go.
Jabari just needs to stop going into traffic.
But it's effective.
He think he's Kyrie sometimes. He'll just go in there with 2-3 people down there. I know you tall, bro, but that ball got to come up and go over people's heads. And he get in there and then he'll get it knocked away.
You're right. Like, once he get in the paint, I think he needs to pick that dribble up and then elevate, get you a little floater game going, or, you got a long reach. Ain't no reason why you can't George Gervin that thing into the rim. Once he get into the paint, no more dribbling. His length is too good for that.
Yeah.
Because if he take one dribble in that paint, it's a turnover.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no reason why he can't. I mean, but I'm seeing growth in Jabari from game to game. I'm seeing the growth. I'm seeing the growth from Jalen too. Don't get me wrong. I'm seeing growth from him on the other stuff besides the scoring. I'm seeing try to set some off-ball screens, and his defense has been good. Like, I'm not even gonna front. Like, his defense has been good. Not today, but his defense has been good.
Yeah, he's been trying. He's been trying. That's why I think his offense is suffering, because he don't know how to play both yet.
That's very possible. And again, 21-year-old guard. I did a whole video on Jalen. I kind of compared him to other notable guards in the NBA history, like scoring guards at age 21, and what they did, and it's really on par with what the rest of them did. And Kobe was in there. He's really on par. I'm not talking about guards like, I'm not talking about first, second, third year. I'm not going off of that. I'm going off of how old you were, because you got to think about it, man. A 21-year-old guard, how big is your body? A lot of that is body. A lot of that is maturity, like basketball maturity too. Like, some of these guys, their body needs to mature, and then their mind needs to mature too. And sometimes the two don't mature at the same rate. But when they both kind of reach the same maturity level, that's like age 25, 26. That's when you start to get in your prime. That's why if you see somebody peaking at 21 or 22, we call those low ceiling type of players. I don't think Jalen is a low ceiling kind of player. Like 25, 26, 27. Right now, I think his mind is not fast enough to keep up with his body. Yeah. Once his mind catch up to his body, he'll be straight. I see a lot of people already trying to trade him and give up on him. Bro, he's 21 and you already done? Man, I'd hate to be your parent to see you at 21. My God.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a wait and see moment. Like I was telling Frank earlier, I think we probably kind of overreacting a little bit to the Jalen thing, because we see him every night and we're seeing it in real time. So we see when he's good and we see when he's bad. And it's probably he's been being a little bit more bad than good. And we didn't sit around and watch every dribble of Booker or Zach LaVine or Bradley Beal. They never was in a Rockets jersey. We didn't see them come from infancy basically to being who they are right now. So we kind of probably overreacting to what we're seeing, and it could be just this is what they are. This is how the progression of a shooting guard that's 21 years old, 3 years deep in the league, this is what they are, and everybody's not Michael Jordan, and everybody's not, you can't even say Kobe, because Kobe rode the bench for a year or two. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody don't come out and just
2 years. Yeah. And he didn't really have his coming out party until his fourth season when he was 21. But that was his fourth season, and he came up under a bunch of vets.
And he had a Hall of Fame coach.
Like, it was a lot of stuff. He was groomed right. Like, he wasn't just thrown into the fire at 17, 18 years old and just balling on dudes. People forget that. Like, that's not common. MJ came in the league dropping 29 a game on everybody. That's not normal. First of all, and when he came in the league, he was 21 already. Yeah. It's completely different. And he had a different come up. I think this wave of G League Ignite guys, this first wave might not even be the best wave. I think it's gonna be after like 5 or 6 years. That's when some real talent gonna come through there. I don't know about this first wave. The Scoot Hendersons and the Jalen Greens and Jonathan Kumingas. Not that they're not gonna be good players, but I don't think them gonna be like the guys who you point to and be like, yeah, this guy is the reason why you want to go the G League Ignite route. I don't know about that because like I said, it's a new program and all that still. So we'll see how they go. I think Dyson Daniels is another one too, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that's a discussion that we can have, and I know me and Frank, we actually had that discussion with this dude named, we call him Uncle Mike in the thing, and we was of the mindset that college helps you right now because we see these guys coming out of college is actually more refined in their game right now. You know what I'm saying? Than guys going to the G League, but you never know. I think the college route is probably better suited because you have to learn how to play the right way too. And you don't have a lot of room, so you got to learn on your dribbles. You got to learn how to weave in between people. You got to learn how to be, good and efficient in tight little smaller spots. And then once you get to the NBA, everything is open, so it's a little bit easier to navigate because you've been dealing with such tight, cramped courts, because it's been congested a lot of time, and you playing with everybody on that team is not going to the league. Maybe one or two people. So you got to learn how to actually be a team player, and then you can't overlook the Sweet 16s and the college championships. You get a taste of like playoff basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's gonna
good
translate.
Point. Now that you say that, it kind of makes sense because when you in college, at least every other game you playing another top level NBA prospect. So you seeing your competition in the G League. You'll see some NBA players, but them not top level guys. No. Like them, a lot of them dudes was undrafted for a reason. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. None of them dudes was lottery picks. That's in the G League, and if they was, Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
there's not a lot of lottery picks that's going to the G League. First of all, so there may be something to it, but I saw somebody bring that up on Twitter. I just was like, we're gonna have to wait like 5-6 years and have some more data before we can even have that conversation, to be honest, because it really is still a little early. Like this first batch of G League Ignite guys, they got to come in and get. I want to see what it look like when they get their rookie extensions. When they're on that rookie extension contract, we can see that first season how they look on that rookie extension, and we can kind of start judging from there.
Because go ahead, finish.
Yeah, because it's there's not enough information right now. There's not enough guys. There's not enough time that's gone by. It's still kind of fresh. We'll see. And then they still, like I said, they still working out the kinks of their program anyway. There might be some things that they need to adjust. I don't know if they have any, But then again, we saw last year where the G League Ignite played Victor Wembanyama's team. There should be a little bit more of that. Like, let them play more international. I would like to see that if the G League Ignite team was playing like professional teams that are international, because them dudes are getting pro training every day of their life. They're seasoned very well.
Yeah, I think the G League Ignite, and it's gonna get a little late, so we're gonna shut it down in a minute.
Yeah, my bad, man.
Nah, you good. About. You know, it ain't it ain't one of them early streams, but I love topping it up with you.
Oh yeah, man. I gotta get you on the Shooting the Ish pod. Not this month, probably next month. I got an episode should be coming out this week, but next month I gotta get you on, and we can kind of go deeper into that conversation we was just having.
Yeah, for sure. One last thing I'm gonna make about that. I think when you in the G League Ignite, you kind of already feel like you not made it, but you looking already like I'm a pro. I'm looking to head to the NBA already. It's like I don't want to get hurt because I'm already
That's a good point.
in the mix of these things. I'm looking for my NBA future. You know what I'm saying already. I'm not fit to go all the way out down here and risk hurting myself or whatever. What we going to get if we win the G League championship? Not much. You know what I'm saying? I'm already got paid. I'm getting paid probably $250,000, $500,000 or something. So I'm gonna just make my money and then get ready for my real rookie season. Instead of having to go out there and compete in high pressure situations, like winning like your conference or winning like your, like I said, Sweet 16s in the whole
high pressure
thing,
game.
high pressure moments. And you got to be an actual team to be good in college. Like everybody is not a superstar. Everybody is not good. So you got to be able to know what I can do with who and who I can't do it. Like it's like a whole bunch of elements up under playing in college where I think it'll transfer better into the league.
For sure. So, yeah, we can chop on that one a little bit later.
For sure, man. I appreciate you for coming up, bro. Like always, you know how we do it.
For sure. Man.
So we're gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. Yeah, the Rockets have lost 3 in a row. It's not the end of the world. I can see some good things, some bad things. Hopefully y'all keep Jalen in your prayers. Maybe he get his superpowers back, and we can come out and beat the Memphis Grizzlies on Wednesday, man. Until then, y'all the best. Hit the links in the description. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already. And go and follow my boy Rockets Propaganda on YouTube. He got his own YouTube channel. If you haven't already, subscribe, man. Always support local and Houston Rockets content creators. We got quite a bit of them, man. So y'all always the best. CSGs.
CMB.
CMB.
We all we got, bro.
We all we
Man,
got.
we all we got.
Appreciate everybody for coming through, man. We're going to be up out of here. Let's go, Houston Rockets. Appreciate it.